You ever have one of those days? You know the ones. Your mind is racing, you feel incredibly busy, but when you look back, you've gotten absolutely nothing done. It's like your brain has a bug, some kind of hidden program that's just eating up all your energy. Well, what if I told you there's an ancient, super precise diagnosis for this very modern feeling? Let's decode that bug. Seriously, think about it for a second. Does your mind ever just lag? Kind of like a bad internet connection when you're on a really important call? You're trying so hard to focus, but your thoughts just keep skipping, freezing, or jumping to something totally different. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, well, you're in exactly the right place. Believe it or not, the ancient Pali texts have a specific name for this exact mental bug: Uddhacca-kukkucca. I know, it's a mouthful, but it is an incredibly precise description of that mental static that we all know so well. This isn't just about being a little distracted, it's a very specific kind of system error. So, what does it actually mean in plain English? Just think of your mind as a high-tech system that's completely lost its coordinates. It's not anchored in the present anymore, instead it's just floating, shaking around, and constantly getting hit with pop-up error messages from the past. To really get it, let's just break the word down piece by piece. The first part, ood, means up or out. Picture an energy inside you that's lost its center and is just shooting upwards with no direction at all. It's just aimless, chaotic energy. Right after that, you get dhaka, which means to shake or fluctuate. This is what happens next. Once all that energy shoots upwards without a target, the entire system just starts to wobble and vibrate. There's no stability. Okay. Then we've got kukku. This part points to all the things in our past that were, badly done or crooked. We're talking about our mistakes, our regrets, all those actions that weren't quite right. They're like old corrupted files just sitting on your hard drive. And finally, you have akka, which means to arise or emerge. And this is the real kicker. It means that all those crooked memories, all those old mistakes just keep popping up over and over again, interrupting whatever you're trying to do right now. So, you put it all together, and Uddhacca-kukkucca is this restless, shaky, unstable mental state that's constantly being fueled by past regrets. But to make this even clearer, let's reframe the whole thing using 4 modern tech analogies you'll get instantly. These are the 4 critical system errors this bug creates in your mind. We're going to walk through these 4 errors. First, we'll talk about the unstable connection of network jitter. Then, the infinite loop of the background error log. After that, the chaotic energy of system overclocking. And we'll finish with the mental static of TV tuner noise. First up, network jitter. If you've ever played an online video game, you know exactly what this is. It's when your connection, your ping, is unstable. Your character starts teleporting all over the screen, and you can't aim to save your life. That's jitter. And mentally, it's when your mind just can't stay locked onto the present. This is precisely what happens when your mind's frequency can't lock on. Instead of being tuned into the right here, right now channel, it's constantly jumping ahead to future worries or drifting off into a daydream. And with a signal that unstable, forget about having any kind of clear insight. It's just not possible. Okay, the second error is the background error log. Imagine you close a program on your computer, but there's a hidden process still running, secretly eating up all your memory while flashing, "Error! Remember that thing you messed up yesterday?" That's what regret does to your mind. This right here is the kukkucca part of the bug we were just talking about. Your mind gets stuck in this infinite loop, just replaying past mistakes on repeat. And that background process, it might seem harmless, but it is absolutely wrecking your system's performance in the present. You can't operate at 100%. Error number 3 is system overclocking. This is for all the PC builders out there. It's what happens when you try to push your computer's processor to run faster than it's meant to, but you don't have enough cooling. The whole thing overheats, it starts to shake, and the screen just fills with garbage. It's power without any control. This is that feeling of being totally wired, but also exhausted. You're restless, you're buzzing with energy, but it has no direction. Your mind feels hot and agitated. And yeah, it seems super active, but the actual data processing is a complete and total mess. It's all heat and no light. And that brings us to our final system error, TV tuner noise. Now, picture one of those old-school televisions where you had to turn a physical dial to find the channel. But instead of locking onto a clear picture, the dial just keeps spinning,
flashing between channels so fast that all you see is a screen full of fuzzy static. This is what a mind that cannot land on a single thought feels like. It jumps from one idea to the next every fraction of a second. When you're in this state, you can't receive any clear information, not a single bit. All you get is noise, confusion, pure mental static. So there they are, the 4 major system errors caused by this one mental bug. You've got the jitter, the regret loops, the overheating, and the static. So the big question is, how in the world do we fix it? Well, the solution is actually pretty simple, and it's all about one thing: syncing your system to the present moment. But why is fixing this so important? Because truth and clarity and any genuine insight, they simply cannot be recorded on a shaky, unstable system. It's like trying to take a crystal clear photo while your hands are shaking. All you're going to get is a blurry mess. This bug literally shatters your mind's resolution. And here is the real trap, the part that keeps us stuck. We often mislabel this state. We call that restless, overclocked energy passion. We call that endless loop of regret deep reflection. But it's neither of those things. It is simply system instability. It's a bug and it needs a patch. So here's the 3-step reboot sequence. First, sync. You anchor your entire system to a stable, reliable signal, the simple physical sensation of your own breath. Second, process. You consciously look at those old error logs from the past, you mark them as processed, and you close the files for good. They're done. And finally, receive. Once the shaking stops, your system can finally start receiving clear, high-resolution data from the world again. So I'll leave you with this. Just take a second to check your own internal dashboard right now. Is your mind jittering with plans for the future? Is there a background process of regret draining your battery? Is your system overheating with frantic energy? Or are you synced, stable, and clearly connected to the present? Your system, what is it plugged into right now?